She was a poet. 18, almost 19, and terrified. There were two things growing in their house, her child and his temper. She tried to wash her words like glass so that they would be clearer, but he saw right through her, and the baby came early. When someone gives you nightmares as a birthday present, you learn the hard way that some things are not exchangeable, not everything is replaceable, and the arms that cradled me are hungry. My mother was a poet. My mother was a poet. She's trying to clean up the broken glass in her mouth. I offered to hold it for her, but every time I breathed, it just sliced a little bit deeper. And now, of course, I'm coming undone. I have been shredded to ribbons and bows. My mom was a poet. Oh, fuck. And a liar and a cheater, and I am a lot like her. She doesn't exactly have a house, but it's not like she's homeless, just in between places like the cracked walls in the crack house. And I am a lot like her, like how I have this hole inside of me and I'm not sure what I should put in it, so I try things like bottles and people whose faces always end up looking the same. They look a lot like you. I heard she doesn't have shoes anymore, so now I pray for her blisters. I know that before she was a mother, she was a daughter and a sister, and she never quite felt like any of that fit. My mother was a poet. I found the drafts in a box under her bed while I was looking for her gun. My mother was a poet who stopped using words and started using pills. And I am a lot like her, like how I say things I don't mean. She tells people I died of liver cancer, but that's just the fiction she's been toying with. See, she's not a poet anymore. And I am a lot like her, a lot like how she should have been at 25, but she was 18, almost 19, and terrified. She never asked for that first pill. It was a gift, just like someone paid for my cremation. Sometimes the creator cannot handle their creation, so she put me in a box marked afterthought. And for 25 years, I have tried to climb my way out. My mother was a poet, and now the cops can't even find her. Not that they really tried. See, they figure people like my mother probably won't survive long enough for police intervention to be effective. My mother was a poet. And I know that 700 homeless people freeze to death every year. That's why I gotta leave her here in Florida. I'm sorry, Mom, you can't come with me. It's just that both of us won't fit on the highway. And your expiring date keeps getting bumped up. Whenever anyone asks about my mother, I tell them she was a poet, and I'm a lot like her.